guys, it's Shy and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are playing around with a bunch of Shop Miss A tools. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Shop Miss A, it is a dollar makeup website and they do have tools for really cheap price points. I literally found a microfiber blending sponge for like $1.55. So I am so curious to play around with these and see how they work. Now, I've seen a bunch of videos using their dollar makeup, and I know that a lot of it is actually really good, but I was really curious about the tools, because I feel like even, for example, my favorite foundation, Wet n Wild Photo Focus, is like $5, but let's see if we can find an affordable sponge to pair with that makeup. But before we get into it, if you aren't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the party. You're already here anyway, so you might as well. And if you'd like, click that notification bell. It will keep you updated on all of the newness, and I do upload 3 to 5 times a week. That being said, let me show you what we got. So one of the first things that I got, and I did actually wash all of these brushes first. I've been following Tati forever, and like she mentions it in some of her videos. Sometimes she's like, has to clean them first, and I just realized that. I was like, that's true, like I'm putting this on my face and we don't know where the hell it came from. So I picked up this brush duo, and everything did come wrapped like how this is. Now this was the contouring brush duo, so this one is like perfect for chiseling out the cheeks, I think, and this little guy I think would be perfect for contouring the nose, so we're definitely gonna put those to the test. And then I also got this brush set. It came in this faux leather little case, and it does snap, so it's perfect for traveling. And then it came with literally so many eyeshadow brushes, everything from concealer brush to fluffy brushes to something to use for our brows. I am so pumped to dig into these. And then, of course, from AOA Studios, this is the Wonder Blender. It's a microfiber velvet sponge, and it does say it can be used wet or dry. And what's cool about this, and it does state it on the back as well, is that 55 cents of each Paw product sold helps support animals in need. And I think that's really cool. Like anything that's gonna donate to help animals or a charity, I think that's really special. And though you might be saying like, oh, 55 cents, like this product was only $1.55. So, you know, they at least have to still make some profit off of it. Like I get it. But this is the little sponge. This has a really nice sharp edge on it as well as right here. So I think it'd be perfect for baking. Like we're gonna go full like glam and try this all out today. Now I did also pre-wet my Morphe sponge that kind of has that sharp edge so that we can compare the size difference. So again, this is the size right now, and this is it all wet. So I did wash it with my Beauty Blender like solid thing too. So just to compare it, like she gets pretty big, basically the exact same size as the Morphe sponge, which is giant, which I appreciate because, you know, I can't use those small blending sponges that take forever to put the product on. So for today, for primer, I am just going to go in with my e.l.f. Oil Matte Control Primer. This one, in my opinion, is a dupe for the Smashbox Primer. It feels the exact same, and it literally works the exact same, and it feels just bomb on the skin. These primers, I have actually it's just this primer and the whole e.l.f. oil control line have like clay and tea tree and stuff in it, but it makes my skin feel bomb and blurred. So for foundation, I'm gonna go in with like all my like tried and true products so we can really put these brushes to the test. This is my Wet n Wild Photo Focus in Cream Beige. So I'm gonna just start swiping this on all over. If you guys are new to my channel, my face is always dramatically lighter than my body, so I always go in with a darker foundation to match it so I don't look like a crazy person. All right, so I'm also gonna grab a smaller mirror off to the side. I'm gonna use my Fenty Trophy Wife so I can really see how this is blending as we go. So I'm gonna start, I guess, on this side so we can use the sharper side for baking. Now I'm just gonna pat this in. It's so weird because like I know that it's wet, like I wet it, but it doesn't feel like super wet on the face. That's so weird. It's blending everything really nice so far though. Damn. Like, it's blending really beautifully. Okay, $1.55 sponge, come through, girl. Wow. That literally blended out so fast. Okay, I am gonna go in with a slight second layer just because I feel like being extra today and I didn't spot conceal or anything. Let's see, I have so many freaking acne scars and like discoloration in my skin. I feel like right now I am like so over it. My acne in general though has gotten like night and day better. I have been super duper consistent with the Clearasil Fights 5 face wash, and that has helped like so much. That's also why, if you guys have noticed, I haven't really tested out a lot of skincare, which I normally test out a ton of skincare for you guys. I've honestly been really nervous because my skin has calmed down so much. So I am testing out some new Bliss products though, because I know that Bliss does not freak my skin out. So be on the lookout for those. But first impression of this sponge, like living, breathing, dying, like Morphe Who. I love this. If you guys are curious, you need a good sponge, $1.55. I love that. Now going in with my concealer, we'll see how she blends out using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. Good old clicker. And I am going in the shade Light because I like to be really bright under my eyes. I have really bad insomnia, so I tend to have a lot of darkness in that area or throughout the day, so I like to really be brightened underneath there. Now I'm going to use the same sponge, but since it's wider, what I'm going to do is use my nails to kind of pinch it down a little bit to get easier in that area. Oh yeah, that is blending so good. Wow. I need to stock up on these before they're like gone and sold out. Yeah, this is blending beautifully. I know I keep saying that. You're like, okay, we get it. It's blending fantastic, but like, I'm really like shocked. And then just gonna pinch it down even further, like really small to go down the nose. And then, wow. That was fantastic. Okay. So to set my face now, I am going to be going in with the tried and true Laura Mercier powder. I just really want to use products that I know work fantastic. So I'm going to first blend out anything that could possibly be creasing under my eyes. And I am going to go in right underneath here. This is so good. I like the way that it's picking up the powder as well. And for under my eyes, I don't like to normally bake. I like to just pat it in. I feel like that works best for me, but we will bake underneath here because I'm really curious to see how that pointed side of this works. And I pat it in all under my smile lines, all around the mouth. It's really good to set this area because it can crease quite a bit throughout the day. Just through even just talking, smiling, anything like that. So I always make sure to set it so that I am pretty creaseless. Now, let's take this powder. I'm going to put a little bit more. And I am going to pick it up on this side and we're going to go right here. Oh my God. This is like my new favorite sponge. So while we bake, literally pause this video and go buy yourself a $1.55 sponge. That's so good. Okay, For my eyes, let's first start with brows because I feel like I'm looking a little crazy right now. I'm gonna first use the spoolie end and I'm gonna give it a slight bend. I always try to give it a slight bend because I feel like it really just gets in there a little bit better. And again, using my Fenty little mirror, I am going to use the angled side now to dip into my Anastasia Dip Brow in Ebony. And we are gonna start seeing how this works. It's working fantastic so far. Wow. And I always like to kind of flick up the bottom portion of the brow and then go back in with the spoolie and really fade the product out in the front to the back. I feel like that helps it look a little bit more natural, especially because it's hard because I naturally have blonde eyebrows, so I always try to go in and mesh the whole thing together so I don't look like I have crazy block eyebrows. That worked fantastic. It literally works just as good as the Anastasia brow, what is this, brow brush that looks just like this. It literally works the exact same. So what the heck, I'm gonna do the other one and then let's carve these brows out. Brows are on. I am now going to take my little concealer brush that it has and go in with my Maybelline concealer and let's carve out underneath these eyebrows and get them good and cleaned up. Now this brush is a little bit larger than I would normally use, but it seems to be working really nice so far. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. I wouldn't use this brush for cut crease though, just because it is on the larger side. I feel like for cut creases you really want to get a smaller brush to get good in there, but for cutting out my brows, this is working fantastic. Or for packing on shadow, since it's a synthetic brush, it'd be great for packing on like even those ColourPop Super Shock shadows. This would be so bomb. Oh my god. Any type of shimmer shadow, anything like that. Just let me see if I can show you what I normally use for cut creases. So for a cut crease, like see how much different that is. I like to use a really small one. Now that's an e.l.f. concealer brush, also super affordable. That is my favorite brush for cut creases. It just works really, really well for me. And I know everyone has their own favorite cut crease brush, but if you're looking for a good affordable one, I highly recommend that one. This is carving them out great. Wow, I'm so excited. I love finding affordable brushes. Like the Morphe were like the first decently priced brush that I really started using, and I do really like Morphe brushes. But then I discovered BH Cosmetics. That rocked my world, and I really was using BH for everything except for foundation brush. I've been using sponges lately on my channel, but if I do use a foundation brush, I do use the Y7 or the M39 from Morphe. Those are just bomb. They just do what they need to do. But damn, I love finding affordable eye brushes. Ugh. Okay, so I am gonna go into literally one of the best palettes of all time, Jeffree Star's Alien palette, because I know that these shadows work so, so good. So I am gonna take this kind of brush. It's got like, I don't even know if it'll show up on camera, but it's got like a little like swoosh to it, but I'm just gonna use this to pack on Tighten all over the lid so we can set this concealer. These are so soft. Wow. Really soft eye brushes. I hate when you get an eyeshadow brush that is scratchy. I'm just like, excuse me. The eyelid is so thin and sensitive. If you guys get an eyeshadow brush that is scratchy, please don't use it on yourself. Like, it can really like irritate your eye. Next, I'm gonna go into Gravity, which is a beautiful transition color. And then this is the E13. Oh my God, do these actually have names on them? Hold up. They do. Okay, AOA Studio. So the one that I used to pack the color all over was the E129. And this is the E13. And just laying this down so we can start building up. These are so good. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be ordering more of these brushes because I feel like especially doing like different makeup looks, like sometimes you even want like the same brush to just blend out a different color. And I mean, you can use a color switch, but for this price point, I would love to just pick up more than one little bundle thing. And I love that it has this to just sit there with all your brushes, and this one too, because it's, you know, it clips together. So not only is it great for travel, but sitting on your vanity, that's awesome. And again, just building up this Gravity color. I like to really just take my time building up my crease if I have the time. Today I'm actually off. I'm not rushing to work or anywhere. It feels so good. Now I am going to use the same brush and dip into Phone Home, which is more of like this mauve shade, and just keep this slightly deeper than where I had it before, but still just buffing this in to just slowly deepen that crease up right there. If you guys are looking for a good eyeshadow palette, this one has everything that I've ever needed in an eyeshadow palette, like all these colors. I did do a review on it. Now I know Jeffree Star is controversial. I'm not getting into that. I'm just saying the shadows alone are so good. And personally, I stan. That's all I gotta say. I think he's really interesting. Okay, so that built up beautifully. I'm gonna now take the E128, which is a smaller brush, so just to compare the size. So you've been working with a pretty fluffy brush up until this point, and I am just gonna use this to dig into X-Files, which is like a gray toned, almost kind of olive color, and I am gonna stick this strictly in the crease to just really deepen up this area. Okay, so this blended beautifully. Sorry it cut a little bit. I did get a phone call, but I just kept blending while I was on the phone. Now I am gonna quickly brush off this bake, just dabbing that in. And this is also an AOA Studio brush. This is their high def brush, which is actually like more of a foundation brush, but I'm just using it to take off that bake real quick. Okay, so I am going to continue using this little E128, and you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to switch. This is the AOA Studios E132, which is a lot smaller, and I'm going to go into Gravity, and I'm going to smudge this on the lower lash line, just so we can start getting some smoke going down there. Oh, I love this. And then I am going to take just a tiny bit of Phone Home on the outer side, just to blend this like smokiness together. See how that's more blended now? I live for this. This is looking really, really nice. Now I'm gonna take the sponge and just go right underneath to just dab, 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 and that's just gonna clean up any little bit that might be blended down too far. That always really, really helps me. See, it keeps it focused in that area. Boom, boom, boom. And your sponge will really do that for you. Because I don't normally like to do a real sharp line. I will every now and then, but not really feeling that for today's video. So I am gonna quickly clean off this concealer brush, and I am going to give it a little spritz, and we are gonna take, let's see, It's always, that's the hard part, is like, what color do I want to put all over my lid? I'm kind of feeling moon rock today. Ooh, let's do a green. Like, look at moon rock. Yeah, we're doing moon rock. So I am gonna take my Morphe setting spray and just give my brush a little spritz. And we are gonna go in and coat it with moon rock. And I am gonna set this down all over the lid. Originally, I was thinking of doing a cut crease, but I really want to stick with as many of these brushes as possible. And I know this brush is not going to be my favorite for cut creases, but like, look at that. To apply how I was saying it would be perfect for packing on those shimmer shades, like gorgeous. I'm going to use my Morphe setting spray again. I love the Morphe setting spray. It is a beautiful mist. I was so sad because I had lost mine and then I found it. It had just rolled underneath my little makeup drawer, and I was like, okay. So I am so excited that she is back. That is so pretty. Okay, I think while it's still a little damp, I'm gonna take a tiny bit of Interstellar, just a little zhuzh of it, and I'm gonna put this more towards the inside of my eye, just because I do have more of those almond shaped eyes, and especially when I like smile or laugh, they get a lot smaller. So I like to put a brightening eyeshadow more towards this inner moment. I feel like it helps open up my eyes. It could just be me being crazy, but I feel like it helps a tiny bit. A little bit, okay? Nothing too crazy, but it helps a little bit. And then I'm gonna go back in with that E128 brush in X-Files and just push this on the outer corner just to marry all these shadows together so that we get a little bit more of that gradient in there. There we go. So good. Okay, now I'm gonna pause on the eyes for a second just because I feel like my face is just still so blank because I haven't dug into those contouring colors yet. So I am gonna take my Profusion contour kit. This is such a good contour kit. And let's first, I wanna go to my nose first, I think. So I'm gonna take this high def E110 brush, which I think will be really nice for the nose contouring. And I'm gonna go in with the light contour shade. I'm gonna go right here and start slowly bringing it down. Now, I normally don't contour my nose too heavy because it does kind of bend in a weird way. So I think that when I contour it really heavy, it tends to look even weirder. But I like to go underneath to at least cut off that area, and then real lightly I'll bring it kind of through here and then through the top, and then that worked pretty good. Now if you want to really snatch your nose, draw like darker lines, use like a lighter powder on the sides and it'll cut off all of this, and then dust it over the lines, and it works really, really well. I'm not the biggest nose contour person. I was watching one of Samantha Ravindal's videos the other day, and she was saying the same thing where like her nose shape, she feels like it looks weird with nose contour. And I feel the same way. Like I do contour it lightly, but nothing too crazy because I feel like it looks weird. Now I'm gonna take this light contour shade and we're gonna load it up on this high def F10 brush, and let's see if we can get some cheekbones chiseled out. Ooh, yes, there we go. Oh, hello cheekbones. How are you doing? I'm gonna go underneath. Always helps to carve that out. And I'm gonna soften these lines up a little bit too. So I feel like brushes like this are so good for even a cream contour or laying it down and then going back in with another brush and just kind of buffing it slightly, and it'll help diffuse that harsh line a little bit more. That looks really nice though. Okay, Now, I don't have a new brush for blush or bronzer, so I'm just gonna quickly do that. And we're back. So feeling a lot better now that my face has some dimension to it. Now, this little kit did come with this really small E134 brush, which would be a good either lip liner, really just like a lip liner or inner corner brush in my opinion. So I'm gonna use it for inner corner. I am going to give it a little spritz though. And I am gonna go into Peludo, which is this really bright shade over here. And we are gonna pop that in right in here, just really open up the eye. Like, see that? See this eye compared to this eye, like how different it is, how this looks a lot more open and bright. I feel like it helps so much. Let me give it another little spritz. So if you guys are looking for like a way to open up your eyes, take like a light shimmer shade. Now it depends on your skin tone, but just like any type of lighter shimmer shade, like if you have really deep skin, like even like a beautiful gold, oh, stunning. So it'll really help open up the eye. So just like that, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of this to right underneath the brow to just give a little attention to that arch, just a little bit, you know? Perfect. So I am now just going to actually go in with an AOA lip scrub. I think this is AOA. Yeah, so this is, I got this from Shop Miss A not too long ago, and this is my new favorite lip scrub. I don't know if I've talked about it on here yet. But this is the AOA Studio Sugar Lip Scrub in Apple. This smells like the Apple Jolly Ranchers, and it gives me life. Like if I could just wear this in a perfume, like I'd be down. But it comes out in a squeezy tube. And I'll put a little bit on my lips and just rub that in. And it is a gentle exfoliation, but it has like a lot of oils in it to really moisturize your lips as well. And it's not harsh on dry lips. And I really, really like this. Just give them, you know, just a little scrub. And then I like to just wipe it off with another sponge. Just, I don't know. I feel like it's softer than taking like a paper towel or something to your lips. And then I'm going to moisturize my lips with the Wet n Wild chapstick. It's so good. I bought one for my mom too, and she really likes it. So I am going to quickly just finish up the rest of my face and then give you guys my final thoughts. Okay guys, so the rest of my face is almost done, but I completely forgot to share with you guys how to do highlight with these brushes, like duh. So I have actually been using this brush. So this one is not a first impression. These two are the only ones that I did have before this video. So this is that high def brush that I used underneath. And then this one is the high def brush E107. It's got this little angle on it. I've been using this for my liquid highlights, and then I thought it would be cool to use the E127 that came with the kit for highlights. This is actually a pretty decent sized brush. So I just wanted to show you guys what I've been doing. So this is the Wet n Wild Hello Halo in Goddess Glow, and just boom, boom, boom. This stuff, like a little goes a long way, so you don't have to go real heavy with it. And then I'll take this brush and just tap it in the skin. And this liquid highlight actually works just fine over powder, so that's why like I don't really worry about it too much. And I'll just tap in the ends, just like that, which already is a beautiful highlight, but you know that's not enough for me. So we are gonna take the LA Colors Gold Halo highlight, and let's try this brush. pick a good amount up. Like what? So good. Oh my God, it's so good. And then I'm gonna use this on my nose. It's a perfect nose highlighting brush. Wow. Because it's smaller. Like, oh my God, so pretty. Now let's do it to the other side. And now we're back with the full face done and set. I even put a little bit on my shoulders. As random as this is, I think this might be one of my new favorite highlighting brushes. I just love like the way that it layered everything so beautifully. And it's a lot smaller than my ColourPop fluff brush that I normally use, but I feel like I was able to get a more precise highlight, so I really appreciated that from it. But oh my God, guys, I love these brushes. If you need brushes in general, I'm gonna say not even at a lower price point, but just good brushes, get these brushes. I loved every single one that I used. I feel like they worked fantastic. I mean, what the hell? Everything blended beautifully. My makeup looks really good. I'm having a really good makeup day and I'm feeling so good. Especially after my last makeup fail with that damn Makeup Revolution foundation. Like, if you guys want to see a good foundation fail, check that video out. And this sponge, I love it. My bake looks fantastic. My blend looks great. My skin looks so good today. I have not enough good things to say. I'm really happy. I love finding affordable products on my channel for you guys. I like to be, if you guys haven't noticed, an affordable product channel. I want to find you bomb skincare at a lower price point, bomb wigs at a lower price point, bomb makeup, but also really great tools at a lower price point because you can spend your money elsewhere. Like, you can spend it on clothes. You can spend it on rent. You can do other things with your makeup. You don't need to drop a ton of money to have a beat face, okay? But all in all, guys, this is bomb. It is Shy approved, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. Bye.